while you do that.
All right, you guys, thanks for being here. It is January 3rd, and we're doing just an impromptu team call today just to get you guys on the same page. I know that we're all excited because it is the new year and we all have really amazing goals, and everybody in our networks have amazing goals that I think that we need to utilize. There's a few things that have changed so far. Not huge things. I think that Arbonne right now, since we've been partnered up with Group Rocher out of France, we've really gotten the opportunity to have a little bit more financial backing, and I think they've given us a lot of more opportunities. So what's happening now that you guys have seen is that every month we have some new promotions, so it's really important to kind of stay in touch and see how it changes. The one thing that we saw this month that just came out on the 1st, which I think is huge for everybody that's here on the call and everybody on our team, is that you can promote to district manager in 1 month, this month only. So typically it's 6,000 QV over 1 or 2 months, or 7,500 over 3 months to promote to district manager. Promoting to district manager is huge because what's going to happen is that you get an 8% pay increase, and you're going to get on your sales and your own personal consumption, you're going to get 8% more in your paycheck. So that, and then I believe that what we should be doing as far as when we first start our business is trying to get to area manager. When I first started this business, I was like, let's get to the district, and I was district manager for 6 months and I just coasted. But area manager is really when our businesses are willable and we're actually making some good money, and I think that that's the best thing for us to show our network as well, is that we've actually been able to go up the ladder and it's completely possible. And so anyways, that 3,500 promotion in just 1 month is really simple. It's 11 detoxers, which everybody in the world is trying to detox or cleanse or get healthy right now. Or if you find one business partner and then you guys each find 5 people, you would be hitting that and promoting to district manager. And let me know if that doesn't make sense how that works. It's basically your business partner would probably buy that 317 volume. And so I break it down like that. When I look at that 3,500, I break it down on how many detox kits. And of course, it doesn't have to just be detox. It could be skincare kits. It could be whatever. It could be baby care. But I like to break it down like that just because we don't need to be climbing Mount Everest. I think we just need to be like going to base camps and not just feel so overwhelmed by that number, because I know a lot of times we're like, wow, 1,000 is a lot. But I'm telling you guys, 1,000 happened in our organization the first day of January. What that tells me is that everybody's looking for something like this, and I haven't even gotten out there and like told anybody myself about this promotion. So I think there's momentum and we need to totally ride it, because that's exactly what everybody's looking for right now. So that's the biggest thing. The 30-day to healthy living kit right now, when people get it, they actually took the promotion from last month and brought it back into this month. They're going to get the gel eye masks for free. Plus they're going to get, I think it's 4 essential oils, which is $100 worth of essential oils for free as well, plus their free gift. So that's like huge for people. And I think that it's also, Tiffany, we were talking about earlier, is like, is it just the nutrition stuff that I'm doing? Like, no, because I think that people look into the nutrition of Arbonne, and then they start seeing like, okay, there's other things that I can do to help stay clean or keep my body clean. And that's kind of what they're doing with this, is that they're giving them a taste of the other sides of the catalog on top of the nutrition. So that, and then the consultant perk this month. So they're going to be doing consultant perks every month. And that is if you place your own order of 300 volume or more, which is a detox kit, you're going to get the essential oils as well. So it's not just for the new clients, it's also for the consultants. And then the other thing, does anybody here have, and I'm sure people watching will be, if you have any detoxers in January, the ones that are starting on January 7th, I know, Rebecca, you have your sister, the Biggest Loser Challenge. Let me know if you don't have the exact rules, because I can send them out to you. So the Biggest Loser, we're doing it based on a percentage, and that person will win $1,000. So some people don't have as much to lose as others, obviously. So they're doing it based on a percentage. So that person will win $1,000, but there's certain things that they need to do, is, submit their before and after pictures of them on the scale, things like that. And then make sure you register if you have not already to AIT, which is the free trip that we get that happens in October next year. It's in Punta Cana. And then if you can make it out to Vegas, it's like literally going to make your business explode. If you can bring like 2 or 3 people there, it's the most incredible thing that happens every year in May. So that's like the housekeeping stuff that I have as far as what's new with Arbonne. And then I also just wanted to do a quick training as far as like what I've seen and how my business has grown so much in the past couple months and what I'm seeing other people's businesses grow. I guess I picked 5 things on how to build your business and how to make it grow the most right now in this month. And hi, Van. I see his little forehead down there. So I think that the most important thing that we can do to really actually, if you're trying to grow your business, you're trying to, whatever it is that your goal is to set it. You're literally never going to make it in this business if you're just coasting by and just diddly daddling. I mean, that's what I did for the first 6 months of my business. I just thought that I was just going to, share it on social media and that it was just going to happen. But what I realized is that it's really important to actually set a goal. And between now and the end of the month, like I've actually set myself a goal that by now on the 10th of the month, I get a percentage of that goal in. And I think that it's really important for us to know the numbers of what we're doing. Like, yes, you can make money here and there by selling a couple detox kits, but I really truly believe that what Arbonne is doing and what they're setting us up for doing to other people and helping other people in their lives, it's not just selling a couple kits here and there. It's really about knowing that you can promote up the ladder, become a willable business, get your white Mercedes, share with other people. If it's not for you, if you don't need a white Mercedes, that's perfect. Most of us don't need a white Mercedes. But the problem is, I'll take one too. But the thing is with that too, is really just showing and inspiring other people that you can do this as well. I think that there's so many women out there and men that have no inspiration. They have no one out there to share with them that they can do this, that they can get out of their 9-to-5 job, that they can get out of their relationship that they're stuck in because it's financial, whatever it might be. I think that we have the power to do that. It's not just about getting people healthy. Yes, it is. It's not just about people signing on to our business. I think that it's way more than that. And that's why I think the numbers are important. I think that's why moving up we have a super simple compensation plan. If you really just break it down by detoxers, although there's so many other things in our catalog, I think that's the number one thing to break it down as. And so we always say that if you want to grow your business, if you consistently talk to 30 people a month, like actually talk to them and tell them the full story, if you do 2,500 in volume, and then you find at least one new business partner a month, 1 new business partner. 3 is always my goal. 3 to 5 is my goal per month because I really want to go fast. And it's really not that hard because if you think about it, everybody out there is looking for something that's better. Everyone's looking for a side gig out there. And what we have with Arbonne is literally at the peak of those 2 things. And it's funny because I learned recently that we don't have to make it that complicated. We don't have to overwhelm people. All we have to do is say, hey, if you just switch your brand to something better, you're going to get the best discount. You're going to have this amazing community of people. If you decide to really build the business, then you decide to. It's really not that much more difficult than that, and if these people decide to run with it, then they will. But if not, then they have the best discount. They become your customers instead of just your consultants, right? And so I think that's the number one thing, is to set a goal at the beginning of the month and to really run with that. The second one is what we were talking about a little bit earlier, is to utilize social media. I think that's where we're seeing these girls literally promote to their regional vice president level in 4 to 6 months. And that's because they're reaching out to 30 people a day. They're looking and seeing who's looking at my stories, who's liking all my posts, who's commenting, and they're reaching out. And it's so simple. Like, hey, thanks for taking a look at what I do, or thanks for liking my post. Can I share with you what it is I do? I'd love to share more with you. Super simple. Like, we really don't need to keep it. We don't need to make it spammy. We don't need to make it weird. It's just so simple. And I think that the best way to do that is maybe to ask them to take a look at the 30 days, because there are so many people out there right now on social media. And I know Rebecca and Jocelyn and Tiffany, you probably all get it all the time. It's like, hey girl, you take a look at what I do. Like, I want some business partners. Like, hey, take a look at this.
Yeah.
We just keep it simple. And you're like, hi, like, thanks for liking my post. I like to share with you my 30-day healthy living program. Because I bet you what's going to happen is that as soon as someone does a 30 days to healthy living program and they have results and people that are in their network, if you coach them correctly and you make them, like we were saying earlier, those people that are actually your sales force as well, ask them to find an accountability partner. They're more than likely going to want to start a business with you. We don't need to spam anybody. I think as long as we keep it authentic and these people are looking at us and saying like, we like your stuff, we're following, we're commenting, those are the people that we can be looking at. And on that note, I think when I first started my business, I thought to myself like, wow, like I don't have a huge group of friends. And then I realized my friends aren't buying from me. My friends aren't supporting me as I thought that they would. And I started realizing like the people that are the people that are actually following us all online. And we all have social media. We're all doing this. Like those are the people that are really like into what it is that we're doing. And then everybody else will follow, but you have to really spread that net wide. And what I'm seeing people do is 30 people a day. I mean, if you're posting on social media constantly, or, you know, you're in Facebook groups, for example, for like healthy people or moms that are vegan or whatever it is that is part of your, like your person and your brand. If you're in Facebook groups and authentically making friends all the time, chatting with people, then you can find these people without making it sticky or slimy, right? And I think that's really the culture of Arbonne in general. I don't think that we're the same as other brands. So anyway, so that's number 2, is to utilize the social media to sponsor and find detoxers. And then number 3 is to make those detoxers your sales force. And that's what we were talking about just a little bit ago. When you find someone that wants to do the detox with you, ask them, hey, as your coach, this is, you guys, I think this is the secret formula on actually making like big paychecks. Hey, as your coach, I really want you to succeed. You just told me you want to lose 15 pounds, or you just told me that you want to clear up your acne. I would love to do that, and I will be your coach. You're going to have this accountability group. But I think that you should find a friend to be your accountability partner. Find a couple friends, and I bet you, you cannot hold yourself accountable as much as you will hold a friend accountable, so find someone to do it with you and do it together. And I think that's exactly what's happening. And I don't know if you guys know Angelina, who just promoted to Nation and in the Jill Bush Nation, but she has done that. She has 32 detoxers this month. And one of them was 8 people deep from one person that she barely knew. And she said, hey, who do you know that will do this with you? She talked to the next person. Who do you know that will do this with you? Why don't we get together and do a happy hour at your house? Maybe those people will do it with you too. And all of a sudden she's got 8 people doing it on one leg, right? So she's got all these legs. I think she has 16 different texting groups that she has right now coaching people. And it's all just from like asking and going a little bit deeper, right? Because sometimes we just get these people and we're like, oh, this is great. And I never thought of that before, but now I'm actually going back to everybody that is my detoxer this month that was before that, anyone that's ever bought a 30-day kit from me, I'm actually going back and saying, hey, do you want to do it again? And who do you know that will do it with you, that will hold you accountable so you can get the best results? If we flip it around, it's not about us and it's about them. I think that's exactly where that big fishing net will go, and we'll start growing these legs. So number 3 is make your detoxers your sales force. I think that is seriously key. The 4th one is to follow up and be consistent. Is that I learned this recently, and I don't know if you guys have looked at like your Christmas or New Year's emails. You're like spammed by everybody. Like I think that like Lucky Brand sent me an email every single day for the past 15 days. So it's just, I mean, if you think about it, like we're people, we're talking to our friends and all that. It's completely appropriate, as long as you're nice about it, to reach out to someone every 5 days. If they're not responding, that's fine. How many times are you responding to Lucky Brand emails that you're getting all the time? No, but it happens, and that's how they do it. So I don't think that it's not bad to say, hey girl, I just want to follow up on the last email. Like, hey girl, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know if I missed your, I don't want to miss your order. I'm placing orders right now. I don't want to leave you out. I just had one of my best friends from college reach back out to me today, and I had no idea, but I reached out to her 3 times, and she kept clicking on my social media stuff. Like, yes, I want more information. And she said, hey girl, I'm so sorry. Like, I really want to do this, but my grandfather's in hospice and like, it's just too much right now. And I was like, okay, like, it's like, we never know. Like you would never know. She was having some trouble with her life and things were going on. And she said, but I absolutely want to do it after January. Count me in. Like, just need to get through this phase in my life. So we don't know what's going on in these people's minds. It's not that you're annoying them. It's not that you're like spamming them, because trust me, they get a way more from companies and people that they don't care about than they do people they do care about. And until they say no, you have no idea if they're busy, if they're dealing with family things, or they're just not ready yet and they just need that extra push. So on average, it's between the 5th and the 10th exposure is when people are going to say yes. And we can, I think, authentically do that if your heart is in to help others, and if your text or your phone call or your voice message, whatever it is to these people, is I just want to help you. This has changed my life. I want to help you. Like, I know you keep saying like you want to lose weight. I keep seeing your posts that you can't lose it. Like, I think that I have something for you. I think if we're authentic about it, then that's like the best way to go. And then the 5th one is to find hosts and keep it simple. That really stems off of the make your detoxers your sales force. I mean, if people love your products, they're going to want to have you at their house. Do drinks and dreams, have some wine, show them the products, keep it super simple. What I'm doing a couple times this month is dream boarding, is just finding some people to do a dream boarding party. It's not an Arbonne event. It's just showing the culture. And I think that that's what we're looking for, is to build relationships with people and to get into other people's living rooms, or you do it at a coffee shop, or you do it in a hotel lobby. If you don't know what dream boarding is, I'll coach you how to do that with some people. It's so simple. You just really get to know the women and men around you that are sitting around the table and they want more and they dream more. And if you find those people, I think that is very, true to us and our brand with Arbonne, is people that want to dream more, give more, do more, be more. So that's what I'm doing personally, is a couple wine nights and vision boarding. I think if we just get to know people more in person and on social media, that's totally going to help. So yeah, that's my 5. Set a goal, utilize social media, make your detoxers your sales force, and find us to host and find hosts. Like, get together with people, really like keep it simple, but make some new friends. So those would be my top 5 things on how to really build your business right now this year. So what do you guys think? Do you have any questions? Are you overwhelmed?
A little bit. I'll have to call you another time.
It's a lot when you just come in. These are just tips for me. Like, if you want to, I want to say, if the first thing you want to do is just like set your goal and tell yourself today, like, I want to find 5 people to help. I want to find 2,500. If 2,500 is not that much, you guys. I break it down. 2,500 divided by 317, which is the volume of a detox. That's like, if you do 8, then you're solid. And 8 is easy to do when you just say to your friend, like, hey, I'm getting healthy. You should do this with me. Yes, I'll do it with you. Great. Do you have an accountability buddy? Okay, great. Then you talk to that accountability buddy. Do you know someone? Because I can't like guarantee that you're going to succeed unless you have someone to do it with you. I'm going to do it with you, but you should totally find someone else. It'll be so much more fun. And I think that that's just, that's really the better way to do it. I think what I was doing prior is I was trying to find 8 myself. And whether you have a business partner or not, finding 8 people should not be, it's really not that hard, as long as you decide to go a little bit deeper on those people. So I think that's like the biggest thing, is to really set your goal, find those people. Those 8 detoxers will probably become your business partners. They're probably going to love it. They're probably going to love the coaching that you've done. They're going to love the community, because they're going to see all of that online, and you're going to show it to them. And then they're probably going to continue on or join the business with you. So I'd say that's the biggest thing. Of course, I have the language for all of you guys is what I'm using. I've been keeping it super simple, just saying like, hey, thanks for following along with my journey. Like, I'd love to share more with you. Like, I'm obsessed with this. Or I know, like, I saw you post about, I don't know, you going back to the gym January 1st. I'd love to help you. Like, it takes me about 30 minutes a day to reach out to 15 people. And I think that if we don't do the actual work in this business, it's never going to work for us. And that actual work is really just reaching out and talking to people. And sometimes they won't answer, and that's totally fine. I think that the hardest thing about this business is mindset. So,
Exactly.
Rebecca, do you have anything to add? I know you're super experienced.
Well, not with selling Arbonne, but definitely with social media.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to add. I do have a couple of sort of basic questions because it's been a while since I've been on a call. What do you, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My phone just like went off. What do you send people when you have somebody that's like, hey, I'm interested, send me more information? What link do you send them, or what info? Like, because there's so much out there, I don't know what the best thing is.
Yeah, it depends. So I'll send you a few of the things that I do have. I have this text language I just keep in my notes that says, this is what it's about. And it's just like, this much of like, this is what it's about. I send that. If a video is appropriate, then I send a video. I like sending the text language first. There's also a link that you can go. It's called purecleanlifestyle.com, and the password is transformation. That is our nation's kind of website. I have my own on my website.
When did that password thing come up? Because I actually have that on my blog as one of the links, and then that password thing popped up the other day, and I'm like, this is not helpful. What's that about?
I think other nations were using it when it was kind of more proprietary to ours, so they used that. So the password's transformation.
Okay.
So that works really well. Or I have the text language that I send that just kind of explains it to people. So I do that. What I want to do just for just as like a PSA, I guess. So what I'm trying to do to make our businesses more consistent and make this easier for all of us, since we're all on different schedules, is that I want to, when we ask people, hey, take a look, Tuesdays and Thursdays, for example, it's kind of tentative, 5 p.m. Or 8 p.m., whatever works better time-wise for East Coast and West Coast on each day. So I want us to be able to say, hey, come take a look. So that way we can consistently be asking people, hey, come take a look. And they'll come on a call just like this. They can take a look. At the end of the call, I say, hey, message the person who invited you here. There's going to be a ton of people on the call, right? Message the person who invited you here and tell them what you think. Like 1, 2, or 3. Are you in for the business? Do you want to try their products? 3, you need more information. And then that way we can be consistently weekly kind of doing this in a flow instead of being all over the place and having calls all the time. It could just be your homework, your work would be, hey, come take a look at Arbonne. I have these 2 time slots. Which one can you come into? And then if one of these people say, yes, they want to become a consultant on Sundays, I'm going to be doing getting started calls. And that's going to be easier for me as the business grows and as there's so many people that we're coaching. And I think that it'll streamline us also doing the asks and asking people to take a look. So I'm of course like obviously always available regardless for other calls, but I think that will probably help us kind of like streamline it. I don't know what you guys think about that, but that way it's just, I mean, I have the super simple text language. Hey, I'm challenging myself to share what it is I'm doing with 30 people. Would you be one of them? It's going to be a 20-minute call. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That way it's just super simple. It doesn't have to be all over the place. I do want to do like a team call, probably once a week, but I wanted to do it like impromptu today just to kind of get everybody on the same page and then get the recording out for everybody else. So
yeah, and like for me, helping to get somebody to get to the right page would be like really helpful.
Well, I'll send that out to you guys and I'll put it in the notes for this. I'm gonna save this and download it right now and put it on Vimeo so you can watch it again, and for the people that are not on the call to watch. So
I have one more housekeeping type question.
Yes.
Stephanie, I know we talked like months ago about being able to create a link to take you specifically to a product that still ties you back to your consultant ID. Is that something, have you figured that out, or is that something that you think they're working on?
So the best that I've found how to do it, I'll have to show you, is that if you type in the search bar, like that product SKU number, it's like a 4-digit number.
Okay.
That would be the best way to do it, because then you would just copy that link and it would be like a search almost, and it would pop up there. So it'd be like rebecca.arbonne.com / that product number. And you could probably go on like Bit, to make the link shorter or whatever, however you do it for your swipe ups. And then it would go to that product.
Okay. So like you put it in the search bar, but you don't search it?
No, you can type in the search bar and hit search, and then that one product comes up. So I think if you hit that window with the search, that one product, you should be able to then make that a swipe up and it be linked to you. Or you want to make sure that people have your consultant ID, you know.
Yeah, which is, you know, I mean, you never know if people are actually doing that. And I was also wondering, because like I want to write a blog post about my favorite skincare products, for example, and I want, you know, because I'm talking about a specific thing, I'd like to be able to create a link to that specific, you know, not just on Swipe Up, but also on my website.
Yeah, I think you can do that. But as far as people ordering, that's why I feel like it's kind of like a belly to belly thing every now and then, as far as like getting people's orders placed. So I can show you how to do at the end of your website. If anyone else is interested, I know there's other bloggers on here. I actually just put a form. If you want more information, just put your name, email here, and then I reach out to them. It shoots me an email. So
I'll look at your site and see what that looks like.
Okay,
thank you.
Of course, and we'll chat soon. I really want to make this like a consistent thing weekly so that we're on the same page and we're here for each other and we get to know each other. So
thanks so much.
Of course. Love you guys.
Love you too. All right,
good night.
talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.